Hey guys, it's Gus, and I'm on the PlayStation 4 preview server, and I wanted to check out the damage companions and see what the damage output of these things are going to be once they get upgraded to Celestial. And most DPS are generally using these or striving to use them. We got the Neverwinter Night, we got Minsk, right? And we got Batiri, wherever he is. Okay, there he is, and I just upgraded them. So what we're gonna do is see how effective these are, if they're working or not, and see what the damage gain is. So the first thing we'll do is we'll test the Neverwinter Night. So to do that, to get a better understanding, is we want to reduce our outgoing damage as much as possible, because the more outgoing damage you have, the less of an effect you're gonna get, right? So let's go ahead, and I have almost no outgoing damage at all equipped. And I have no variants equipped either, for anybody curious. So every attack I do will always be exactly the same, unless it's a defect, crit, or a non-crit. We don't got any increasing right there. All of our gear, I've stripped everything off. I even took off the aim shot because that's the power I'll be using. So basically, we have no outgoing damage, right? Except right now for the Neverwinter Night. So outgoing. Why's my outgoing damage healing so high? So physical damage boost, overall outgoing. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. The only thing I know is I don't think we have any outgoing damage at all equipped, even that ring. Uh, the only outgoing damage we have is just the Neverwinter Night. So let's check out the Neverwinter Night. No boons, nothing. So every hit will be exactly the same, and I'll show you. When we get a crit non-deflect, you'll see it'll be the same amount every single time. Might take a minute. So there we go. The damage is 33,254. 33,254. And we'll do that one more time just to show you that they don't change. There we go. 33,254. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take off the Neverwinter Night, and we're going to put another one. I have the Black Dragon's Insight upgrade to Celestials also, so our item level doesn't change. And crit does not increase your damage, it just increases the amount of times we get a crit. So that will have no effect on the damage we get on the crit non-deflect that we're going for. So that was a crit deflect, another crit deflect, and then we had a crit non-deflect, which was 30,508. Let's do that one more time just so you can see for yourself that this test is pretty 30,508, very consistent. So what we're going to do is take the 33,254 minus the 30,508, which is a difference of 2,746 damage. And we're going to divide that by the 30,508, and we get a 9.00009 damage gain. So it's off by like 1/10,000 or 1/100th of a thousandths of a percent, and that's probably just due to rounding. Because these numbers on the screen, they round up by one or down by one. So um, the Neverwinter Night, which we had on, which we upgraded, was 9%. So that's working spot on. So now let's do the same thing, but let's go with let's actually replace, let's take off this. We're going to put on the Black Dragon, and here we'll put on Minsk. So we'll see what the damage is with Minsk and without Minsk. So Minsk, Neverwinter Night is 9%. Neverwinter, 9%. Minsk, upgraded. I believe the previous amount was, I believe it was 5.3 to 8.6. So now it's going to be 6.8 to 9.8. Let's see if we're getting a 9.8% damage. Now, just as a caveat, testing in the training room is never 100%. Stuff does and does not work in the training room. Like it doesn't always work the same as it works if you're in a dungeon. This boss is really weird. For example, if you use the dragon fire on it, it what doesn't count as a boss for hits. So take that with a grain of salt. But let's go ahead and get. Do we got the companion on? We do. So let's get our initial base damage with the companion, and that was a crit deflect. We want a crit non-deflect. Another crit deflect. Crit deflect. Crit deflect. Crit deflect. There's a crit. 33,483. 33,483. That's a good sign. That's already higher than the Neverwinter Night, which is at 9%. Just a tad bit. But let's just confirm. Let's do that a second time just so you can see the test is consistent. 33,483. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take off the companion. And what we'll do is replace it with the golden deep crow that it also is upgrade to celestial. That way our item level doesn't change. And the golden deep crow has no effect on our damage output since it's a defensive companion. So let's see what the damage is. Just need a crit, non-deflect. 30,298. 30,298. Let's do that. Just make sure it's consistent. 30,298. Perfect. So we'll subtract, well, we'll do the 33,483 minus 30,298. We have a difference of 3,185. And we'll divide that by 30,298. Oh, man. Okay, 3,185 divided by 30,298, which is a difference of 10.51%. Whoop, whoop. 10.51. I'm writing this down, guys. Sorry. Got to be consistent. So, what did the tooltip say? Companions. 10.51. Oh, yeah, it's this one. 9.8. So it's looking a little bit higher. Let's do this one more time because that's the 10.51 is a little bit higher than the 9.8 the tooltip says. Let's just make sure. If you notice, we're getting no buffs at all right here. 0 buffs. So the damage is going to be very consistent. So let's get a crit non-deflect. I'm just going to do this one more time just to confirm because it's a little bit higher than the tooltip. So there we go. We got 33,252. 33,000. This is different than last time. I wonder if I had the campfire buff on and it wore off. That's what I'm thinking happened. 33,252. Let's just confirm. Let's go in so we have consistent. And there we go. 33,252 again. And we're going to take off the companion and replace it with the golden deep crow. And we'll get a crit non-deflect. 30,298. 30,200. Dang it. 30,298. Yeah, I'm thinking the tooltip, the campfire. I'd have to watch the video again. The campfire buff wore off. I'm thinking 30,298, which is a difference of. Oh, good. That 30,298 is the same result we had with the Minsk as well. Difference of 2,954. Divide that by the 30,298, which is a difference of 9.7498. So 9.7498%. Basically 9.75. And companions, and the tooltip said 9.8. So it's so that might be rounded up. It might actually be 9.75, but they don't ever usually write that. So 9.75, which is a nice increase. It's not that much consider if it was 8.6 before. But anyways, let's put him back on. And let's do the mints, or I'm sorry, Batiri. The tooltip says 14%, which is kind of big because it was 11.25%. So that'd be a 2.75% increase if so. So let's get our initial hit, crit non-deflect, which is 30,000 or 34,000, 388. And apologies, I could just show the numbers, but if I don't show the test while I'm doing it, it's highly questioned, which is good. People should be critical. Um, if you want to see, just for confirmation, I will do that one more time. It will be 34,388 on a crit non-deflect. There you go, 34,388. So now we'll take off the companion, and we'll put on Deep Crow. No, we'll put on this. Better chance of crit. And there we go. 30,298, which is exactly what it was on the other two companions. Perfect. That's consistent. 34,388 minus 30,298, which is a difference of 4,090. Ooh, 4,090. And we're going to divide 4,090 by the 30,298, which is a difference of 13.5%. 5%. 13.5% is not what it should be because the tooltip says 14, doesn't it? It does say 14%. Well, the good thing is the Batiri is working on the boss. That's what we do know. Let's do this one more time. No buffs, because that's a little bit less than what the tooltip says. So let's get a crit non-deflect. The last time it was 34,388. 34,388. Okay, no change. And let's do. We did the. It shouldn't matter which one we use. Or no, we had. Did I have the baby deep crow on and not the other one? I could have got those mixed up because they look very similar. Anyways, this should be 30,298. 30,298. Which it is. So let me just double check my calculator input. 34,388 minus 30,298, which is a difference of 4,090. Divide that by the original 30,298, which is a difference of 13.499%. So 13.5%. 13.5%, which is still good. 14 would be better. So here's the interesting thing. Let's take the 9% plus 10.5% plus the 13.5%. So our companions, if we use all three damage companions at Celestial, will be giving us a 33% damage gain. And previously it was 7.5 plus 8.6 plus 11.25 from the three. So 7.5 plus 8.6 from Minsk and 11.25 from Batiri, which is 37.35. 27.35. So 33 minus 27. Wait, why is that 3.5? Oh, because it's 8.6. Okay. 3.5. Dang it. 33 minus 27.35. We're getting a 5.65% damage gain just from these three companions being upgraded to Celestial. That's a lot. That's a lot of extra damage output. That's almost equivalent to what the Neverwinter Night was. I mean, it's not 7.5, but 5.65% overall damage gain from just your companion bonuses. It's kind of a big deal. I'm very hesitant to pull the companions off, even if that means I don't cap, because I believe Um, Power, combat advantage, outgoing damage all give the exact same amount of damage. So let's say you're at 80% outgoing damage and you're at 112% crit save. You're going to gain way more from a damage comp than you would from the extra crit save in that scenario, which is going to be most of the time in 5-man content. Your crit save will be much higher than your outgoing damage. Uh, yeah. So I was finding out for myself because I was curious. So I just wanted to share the results as I found them. If you got any questions or comments or seen anything I did wrong, please comment below. Stay class, Neverwinter. See you soon.